Previously on Paimon Impact Z. Paimon is a reference to the evil...
Well, looks like he's dead.
Finally, what a cockroach. That hired thug must have been the work of Paimon. I won't let her get away with this. Today we're gonna be talking about everyone's favorite character, Paimon. Do I even need to introduce her? She's introduced to us as a guide, yet is she really? So why do people actually hate her? Is it the design? That can't be right. She's just your typical anime fairy mascot. I guess we can start by talking about her voice.
Her voice makes me want to jump off a cliff.
I do want to clarify that the problems with her voice are limited to the English dub of the game, as far as I know at least. So if you're a weeb and use Japanese as the audio, you probably don't care about that. She's voiced by Corina Botker in the English dub. And as you can see, she has been involved with a plethora of projects, so obviously the problem is not being inexperienced. It has more so to do with the voice direction they gave her in Genshin Impact. Part of the community always likes to blame the voice actors if they don't like a certain thing about a character and they attack them on Twitter. Rather than blaming the voice actor, we can blame the voice direction they gave her, which was actually better at the start of the game.
Paimon's not sure whether... Paimon will take you to the... Paimon's curious. Paimon remembers.
In my opinion, it just felt better to listen to. It wasn't screeching like the one right now.
Don't lock us up! Let us out!
Some people say that she struggled with the old voice and that's why they changed it, but I can't confirm that. When I first looked into this, I was surprised that I didn't realize that the voice changed so much. However, after seeing several people mention that they did the transition very gradually, it all made sense. But even still, I'd say a bigger problem would be how she destroys the storytelling. They knew that the dialogues would be way too boring without a main character speaking, so she speaks on behalf of the traveler, meaning we have a mute main character because of her. Ah, what a classic. In fact, they don't even try to hide it. They break the fourth wall even.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, this is the first time I've seen a voice. I must admit, I'm most intrigued.
Huh? Voice? What are you talking about?
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box. I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be her voice, right?
That sounds awful! Paimon's not somebody's voice! Paimon's emergency food!
And while she mentions it, ever since the beginning of the story, we've had this emergency food Paimon running gag forced down our throat. Whether you find it funny or not, they repeat that same joke throughout the entire game.
全然違う！マスコットイカじゃないか！これ食べられる？おい！おいらは食べられないぞ！
I wonder how many people even laugh at that. Even the first time you hear it, you're like, okay, that's supposed to be funny. Makes you wonder if that kind of stuff is funny in China. But no one complained about Zelda in Breath of the Wild not being able to speak. What's your problem, man? First of all, in that Genshin clone, storytelling is just an afterthought. Meanwhile, if you do the main quests in Genshin, you'll encounter a cutscene every 5 minutes. Secondly, there's no Paimon next to Link in that game. And I love how they try to give off the illusion that you actually have a choice in these dialogues. I'm sure some 5-year-olds still believe they do. They're pretty much mocking the player base at this point. I have seen games in the past do this, where they deliberately give the main character no voice to give you the bullshit illusion that you're the main character or something. I never really understood it though. But they fail to realize that this makes it all worse, as Paimon feels like the main character now. due to how much she speaks in every single dialogue, which defeats the point of a silent main character in the first place.
Giving the traveler more dialogue and being able to show more expression for what's happening is a hell of a lot better than us sitting there not saying anything, going like this. While Paimon goes, "Did you know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of a cell?" I don't feel like hearing that.
The whole choices thing just feels like nothing more than a marketing strategy. Oh look guys, we have choices like The Witcher 3. Your choices definitely matter, and are totally not there just to waste your time and make you think that your choices actually matter. Her character is as annoying as they come. She talks as much as she physically can. If a character explains something to us, she goes on to repeat and summarize the whole thing, which pretty much makes the player feel like they're stupid or something.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some symposium.
Yeah, I know, Paimon. I just read that. You don't need to mansplain everything that I already know.
She also loves to whine at everything, talks every chance she gets, and is disrespectful towards other characters.
Is that all you're going to do? Just sing?
Wouldn't be much of a bard if I didn't, now would I?
You're so cheeky. You deserve an ugly nickname. Oh, Paimon knows. From now on, you'll be known as Tone Deaf Bard.
It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
She basically deserves to be made fun of every chance you get.
It's stuck.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
It's stuck.
She also likes to constantly leech off the traveler when it comes to anything related to food.
Did Paimon just suggest to get something to eat in Sumeru? Fucking called our food burnt. Stupid rat.
Other than that, she contributes absolutely nothing to the story. She doesn't do anything. She's all bark and no bite. She acts like they've saved the world together when it's literally just the traveler doing all the work. The traveler just does nothing but stare like f***ing Frisk from Undertale.
It's not your money, Paimon. You float around for a living, following me saying useless all day, annoying me in your high pitch. You're not making 100. Go make 100K, then I'll spend it. Matter of fact, make half it. Make me 50K. I'll pitch in another 50.
A lot of people would genuinely be happier if she just didn't talk at all. And taking everything into consideration, you can see why.
Shut the f up, Paimon. I don't need you to repeat it. She wastes like 40% more on the quest because she repeats every f***ing line. Shut up!
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Shut the fuck up, Paimon!
Even the NPCs are tired of her shit.
Wait! What's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
He's starting to read his book again. Hey, are you even listening?
Would you like me to lend you something to read?
No way! Your books aren't quite to Paimon's tastes.
I was joking. I know my books are far too difficult for you, and I have no intention of lending them out.
Anyways, to conclude this video, I'd like to... How dare you say all that about my waifu? Holy shit, what are you doing in my man cave? She's so cute, adorable, and everything in between. You should be ashamed of yourself. Let's see if you think the same way when you get betrayed. What do you mean? This is either gonna age like fine wine or it's gonna age like milk. We'll see in 3 years. If you were to ask me, myself and I, whether I hate her or not, I'd have to boldly say Paimon. All my homies hate Paimon. Don't take that out of context. Hashtag remove Paimon from the game. Never gonna happen. And that about concludes it. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Please check out my first video as well. I'd say it's a pretty good first video, to be honest. Very humble of me, I know.